it's your boy T-Bear here with some talk and reaction though. First thing first, RIP to Paul Rubin, best known as Plebe Herman. So, I said something about this in my community on my YouTube as well too. So I feel like wrestling is slowly having a rebirth with Babyfaces. Hey, though, something that was talked about in in the group I was part of as well too, involving one of the candidates for it though at the time, and if I can bring him up, and that's Orange Cassidy. How he's been one of the to me one of the best babyface champions they had to go wild though, because how his story is compelling and all as well too. And for a while, this is like related to my previous talking reaction about with wrestling about how babyface being the curse word. But could we be seeing a resurgence though? Sadly, since I got my phone up because I'm trying to go on my notes a little bit down because I put in my Facebook about too. The Babyface, since the regression era ended and the PG era began, Babyfaces, especially in WWE, has got any love as well too. Due to poor lazy booking, the bad writing has not been good, and of course the PG rating came to the wide orange for business revenue. While business and revenue good, fan wise, it wasn't doing good for WWE, especially with Babyfaces. To the point of fans having this bizarre world-like behavior and attitude towards wrestler where they will root the heels over the baby faces. And I mean, it happened before, but it was rare. But then it was like becoming more common around the PG era, and well too. And prime example was John Cena. At first he was the Thugonomics as a heel, then Dr. Thumbhouse as a babyface as well too. Still doing the same stuff as he was a heel, but we're targeting the other heels as well too as a babyface more, being over with the fans. And then with the PG era happening, he went from Dr. Thugonomics to the Captain America superhero, Superman, Super Cena, and everything that fans wasn't feeling. Although he never turned heel, but he at least acknowledged the fact that what's going on, because they thought he would be the face of WWE, and with them being the PG era, he had to go along with it as well too by watering down his character, unfortunately. And then many others, including two main ones, dealt with the scrutiny of they faced one. One of them being Bailey, who was lovable in NXT. But we got to the main roster, fans was already over the whole huggable, old goody baby face at the moment right now. So it was one, wrong place, wrong time for her, and two, WWE did not capitalize on what made her successful as a character in NXT in the main roster as well too. And then they had no choice but to pull the trigger, and she make her become this Karen-like heel character as well too. And the other is the tribal queen. Back then, I was rolling big dog babyface rumors as well too. They was on trying to make them a big babyface, but unfortunately, fans wasn't feeling that as well too. And that's the reason why we got the tribal queen, and the reason why we dealing with this excruciating reign of terror we're dealing right now, which pushed the quote of them two being known as from being hated heroes to beloved villains. And then goes back to my babyface is a curse word thing. As to this, with this happening, fans are more fearful of wrestlers turning face more than heels. Like, they're more excited and wanting a heel turn on a wrestler more than a babyface turn, because they're afraid that they're not going to be as great as they were as a babyface as they were as the heel. They think they're going to get wore down. They're not going to have the same force they had as a heel as well too. What made them like the fans start someone like them, and they then they're gonna turn them again. But most recently, it seemed like it's been a resurgence with babyfaces as well too. as well. And this is one we'll talk about, and I feel like is the Babyface. We witnessing the rebirth of Babyfaces. And here are some examples I have right here, and these guys right here. You wonder why there's one particular person in there? We'll get to that in a minute, but the main one is the one that's got the bigger picture on there. That's LA Knight, as well as Cody Rhodes in WWE, as well as Orange Cassidy, and I put Roxy as a good example as well too. But there's other wrestler that's connected, that's in the same category as some of these guys too. These are just the ones I picked. So we're gonna go beginning, and we're gonna talk about Cody Rhodes. Now, although he didn't do well as a babyface in AEW, because at the time, majority of the crowd are like folks who are anti-WWE, and WWE is known for the face and heel trope. Let me move this picture up because you can see my hand. They know as the face and heel trope with the trace and heel trope and everything. And because of that, they are anti that. The indie wrestling, they have the indie wrestling mentality where they root for whoever they root for. They don't care what role they are as well too. And Cody being the babyface that they wasn't feeling didn't help. So that being said, it didn't work out with him as a babyface. But since his return to WWE, the fans of WWE has not turned on him yet. Maybe fans outside, some internet fans may do it here and there just because they hate faces or they don't like him, or just don't like him, wherever as well too. But he has definitely compelled as he became one of the hottest baby faces of all time. But matter of fact, how of currently in WWE and wrestling in general, half because from his convincing promo to his varsity angle with the top heel. Now I'm saying this, and like I said before, with this feud with him and Brock, this and everything else going on, this make you forgive them for not letting him win the title in WrestleMania 39, and hopefully he does still finish the story at 40. But this definitely make you forgive them for that, though, because if they would have did it, he might have gone through what he could have possibly, not saying would, he could have possibly went through what he went through in AEW, with fans turning on him and all that as well too, and that wouldn't be a good look as well too. There's others who fit that role of Cody being a top, still a super. A hero like Babyface, but not toward the point that you want to turn on them as well too. I can't. It's Josh Alexander's another good example as well too. As in Impact Wrestling. I can't think of anybody in AEW I will put in there as well too, but that's another story. Now my next example I'm gonna switch up a little bit. For example, I posted on the YouTube and my Facebook. We're gonna be doing last but not least. But we're gonna do the next one, which is actually two people though. One of them being Orange Cassidy. As I said, he was a main reason why I feel like there's a rebirth and resurgence in Babyface as well too. So the discussion was that everybody's wondering why people want to wondering why folks is waiting for the Tribal Chief to be thrown, but not waiting for, not hoping to see Orange Cassidy, who is having a great title run with the AEW International Championship. Why he's not the throne? Because one, he's pretty much, compared to Rome being the villain you want to see fall, he is the little hero you want to see prosper. And it's not it's not like the typical superhero. He is like a relatable hero, like a Spider-Man or even a Batman in a way. Like he's showing vulnerability. His matches is not squash matches. It's not bullshit. Get beat down to a pulp to the point he all of a sudden get all this human strength and gets a pin. No, he is telling a story with his mashups. He getting his ass beat, but he's fighting out diversity and getting the win as well too. He's put on great matches. All his matches has been pretty good. Unless you are a big Orange Cassidy hater because you don't like the kind of character he is and all that, you gotta enjoy his matches. His matches have been enjoyable. His matches tell a story. It makes stories as well too. Most recently he had a match against AR Fox that W House vouched for him to get, and AR Fox gave him a nice little match. Darby Allin, not Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy gave him a good fight and got the win. But then AR Fox became a sore loser and attacked Orange Cassidy with Darby confronting him over it, them vouching for him, and then this compelled to a feud now with Darby Allin and Mogul Embassy between him and you already had a feud with Swerve. Now AR Fox has joined Mogul Embassy attacking Darby, so there's that. So yeah, he's is not only making stories made for his own matches, is open challenges, he making story for others as well too. And that's why, and not only that, he's showing vulnerability by showing his war wounds from his previous matches to the point that he's not using his finishers no more. He's barely uses finishers or his signature moves to win. He's pinning them. He's pretty much now pinning them pinning them by doing, and it's not even a cheating way either. It's just like a cunning way, like a roll up pin or getting the last minute pin and stuff like that and winning as well too. He's not acting like a superhuman that gotta hit his finisher all the time. Like he's changing up the moment, like you think he's about to lose, but nope, he got to win somehow and get it. And again, he's not doing it in a cheating way as that too either. That's the other thing makes it awesome. Like he's showing that he is defying the odds. Cause a lot of folks don't believe in Orange Cassidy being a top player or anything, or being a World Heavyweight Championship. This is his shining moment right here as well too, and that's why I feel like he's like one of the top babyface champions right now, the best babyface champion I've seen in a good while as well too. Another one I could say that was he's not champion anymore because folks, I guess companies feel like heat makes ratings or makes money. As that's Wes Lee, his North American Championship run was pretty good as well. But he lost to Sub Mysterio just because they won heat, and Sub Mysterio retained this past Great American Bash. Boo that man, but that's another story. Another one I say that's also feels she's not a champion is Roxanne Perez. And the reason I say this though, she's another one that shows that she's defying the odds well too, because they don't expect her to be this great as well too. But she is showing now as a lovable babyface hero as well too. Showing vulnerability by beating down, and then what showed it more definitely was her match recently with Blair Davenport and Great American Bash. And that was great little storytelling because to the point that it had her family's on side. You think her family worried about her not coming out this matchup walking or anything, but she came out with the win no matter how much Blair gave to her. And then we can go back to when her match with Mako Satomura, where against somebody you would not expect her to win. She not only win, but in a passing out, and a lot of folks kind of criticize her doing that, but that actually made her more of a lovable babyface, because she's showing that she gave her all just to beat somebody who was like supposedly very powerful, and she went, and Mako's not even a heel at that. Very powerful and all that as well too. And not only, I think also that also was trying to save Mako from turning heel, because because she's too beloved to be a heel as well too. But like I said, somebody like Mako who has the most powerful kicks in wrestling, and she overcome it, but she pretty much used everything he had, like when TN used everything he had to try to take out the Saiyans, and it took him out. It was kind of that in the way as well too. So yeah, and she's always showing that she's a great babyface. She's always showing that she can persevere no matter what the odds against her as well too. That's another thing. Now, the final one I should have made is the prime example of bringing back the rebirth of the babyface as well too, bringing back the Attitude Ruthless Aggression style era. You already know what it is. Everybody say L.A. Knight, yeah. So yeah, L.A. Knight is, in my opinion, bringing, as I've been saying for a while time, bringing back the Attitude Era style baby faces, ironically made by two guys who a lot of folks are comparing him to, and that is Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Let me shorten his picture up a little bit so I can so you can see my hand going off the head. But anyway, LA Knight, he done this already in NXT. He actually done it in previous companies as well too, such as NWA, and I think he somewhat did an Impact. He's doesn't change his character at all. He keeps the same persona. He's still talking shit. He's still the way he is as well too. Only thing that's changed is his targets, his target and everything. That's about it. The crowd's over him. Is like he's too good to be booed right now. That's our thing. And even go further back now. Not I said Austin and Rob, but we can go further back to the new generation with Razor Ramon. When he turned babyface, he didn't change nothing at all. He still referred to himself as the bad guy, and all as well too. While winning championships as a babyface as well too. And this what Rock did, Steve Austin did as well too. Got organically over with the fans. It wasn't forced. It wasn't a forced face turn, nothing like that. And I feel like his face turn going to have fans liking babyfaces again as well too. There's others who definitely fall in this category, like LA Knight, Seth freaking Rollins right now. Now, some folks are like not okay with his I gotta show out for the I gotta show out and show what a champion's all about thing. I'm all for it, but folks ain't feeling it as well too. Carmelo Hayes from NXT, the NXT champion, is another one. Same persona when he turned babyface as well too. At times, folks in AEW they claim is another good example. Who else? Somebody recently though. Britt Baker somewhat. Her ring style is a little so. And there's one more person, and this is why he's the very last. He's not hasn't officially turned yet. He's on this tweener thing right now, and although we could possibly be another ruse to bring us in to return back into his ways, but a lot of folks saying that he might end up being the one that get turned on and be the babyface, and that is, MJF. And this is why I say MJF. If MJF, this is hypothetically speaking, MJ have tried this before, played us, trying to act like he's a babyface or tweener as well too. The one time when he was in his hometown, the thing before his leading up to his match against John Moxley, leading up to Ring of Honor turning on Moxley and help him out as well too. And then he got this going on with Adam Cole with I'm betting you, baby, and all that as well too. He's playing the babyface thing pretty well, and you almost thought he's gonna come back as like a anti-hero face as well too after his little rant over Tony Khan, but again he went back to his way. But this is more of hypothetically speaking. If this is what a lot of fans saying, well, in the group I'm in on Twitter, that instead that Adam Cole is the one that turned on him and he becomes a babyface, he would definitely change the game of babyfaces for sure. He would definitely bring back that old attitude era, ruthless aggression era mentality of babyfaces as well too. Because he may still refer to himself as the devil, but the crowd is right now, as of lately, for a while, even when he went back to the heel this way, are treat him like almost damn near treat him like a babyface. So at this point, he's like, you cannot even boo me while just. For a while, let him cook as a babyface for a good minute though as well too. And a good example I said I compared him to it is Triple H. Triple H was one of the most hated heels for the longest time in wrestling as well too. But he had some great face runs as well too. One being the late nights with the DX after Shawn Michaels dropped the ball and before he joined the corporation, and the other one during the ruthless aggression era, his babyface run as well too. That was very lengthy, and he did good with it. And he waited till the time where we was all glued into the babyface till he turned back heel again. He did it when joining the corporation and with restarting the DX and turning to the McMahon Hemsley faction as well too. And then Then for the long lift time from his ruthless aggression era to him being the COO to bam, we have the authority as well too. But yes, I feel MJF can definitely do it, and with folks expecting that, wanting to see if Cole be the one to turn on him as well too. Since he teased it, we thought was going to get the turn from MJF at Collision as well too. But again, this is hypothetically speaking. Not saying, I mean, it could, if it happens, I'll be interested, and he won't be as punchable of a face as he is. But if it's this typical the devil tricking us again, then it is what it is. But other than that, the point of my saying is that we are getting a rebirth of babyfaces to the point that fans might start liking babyfaces over heels no more. They won't be fearing folks fearing of folks face turn as well too. And I mean, another person that I feel like that could be, there's some other people that could benefit off this new age of babyface as well too. They saying Bianca, Walt Coach even said that Bianca don't need to turn babyface to show a little edge. If she can do that, she'd be another good example. The new Hurt Business could possibly do it. Only reason why I'm saying they might still go a heel because they need a heel. They're probably gonna need a heel fashion because there's words that what's the name Judgment Day could be breaking up because you already know we got the Bloodline already breaking up as well too. And you know, many others well too. But other thing is, you know, 9 out of 10, some wrestlers are good outside of their kayfabe as well too. So you can't help but root for them though. So that can be another you know I can't think of the word, you know, can't help with that as well too. You know, as you know, sometimes the wrestling companies can be tone deaf. I was thinking about doing another conversation about that as well too. But either way, I feel that with guys like LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Orange Cassidy, and ladies like Roxanne Perez, and if hypothetically, possibly, if MJF do the babyface run, the rebirth of babyfaces will happen, and a resurgence of babyface happen, and where fans are going to love the babyfaces. They're not going to complain about them being typical cookie cutter, typical incompetent, naive, even all that nonsense. They like to complain about babyface as well too. We might get love for babyface again. We might be in a new era, a new style of attitude era, ruthless aggression era light as well too. And all I said, this is possibly critical thinking. It's not exact. It's not exact, but I can see it happening as well too if they book these guys right, especially LA Knight. If MJF actually do his face run as well too. They keep doing what they do with Orange Cassidy and Roxanne Perez. They keep doing what they do with Cody Rhodes and many others. We could see a big rebirth of babyface where they'll become more likable again than the heels. You know what I mean? Well then, that's my talk and reaction about the possible rebirth of babyfaces. Do y'all agree? If not, I understand. This is me, but this is my thoughts as of lately though. Anyway, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.